Hi guys. Um Today's gonna be a little bit different. I'm gonna be doing some Reddit stories. Don't really have a theme going on today. I'm just gonna read whatever title pops out at me. Whatever sounds like what the hell. Let's do it. Okay, right now I'm reading off of best of Redditor updates. This is where it's kind of all in the name. There's just some posts, and then the updates get good. So yeah. Let me get my storytelling voice. Ew. Am I the asshole for not attending my daughter's gender reveal for her lizard? I don't know. I don't know if I'd show up. Okay. This was posted by someone else. This is not the original post. Okay. This is literally really stupid, but she's really upset about it. So my OP48 daughter, 23, has a blue tongue skink who she heavily adores. She jokingly refers to it as her daughter. I found it weird, but she says it's because it's the closest thing she'd have to a child, and she feels a strong emotional bond similar to a child. She has decided to remain child-free for multiple reasons, and I've been very supportive of this decision. Well, she recently took her skink to the vet for a checkup, and she was excited to find out her skink's gender. Afterwards, I got a text asking if I'd come to her gender reveal party she was having. She explained it was just a small get-together with a cake and food for her friends she hasn't seen in a while, with the gender reveal being mostly a joke, in quotes, and a way to make fun of a real gender reveal. Well, I didn't come. I didn't see a point. It's just a lizard, and I'm a busy person. She later called me and expressed she was kind of sad I didn't come because it'd been a while since I'd seen her. But she understood I was busy. I told her she couldn't actually expect me to come to a gender reveal for a lizard. She said that it wasn't a real gender reveal, this was more of a joke, and it was really just a small gathering to catch up with everyone. I told her if that was the case, she should have just called it a gathering, because I'm not coming to a gender reveal unless it's for a real granddaughter. She got quiet for a minute and then turned my words around, claiming I wasn't supportive of her decision to be child-free. I told her she can't possibly expect me to treat a lizard as a granddaughter. She said she didn't expect me to, but it was clear I didn't respect her bond with her lizard and her decision, and she just wanted to see me, and my reason for coming was hurtful. I told her she was being ridiculous over a lizard. She claimed it wasn't over the lizard and it was a gathering and not even centered around the lizard. But I stick by what I said. It's ridiculous to have a gender reveal for a lizard. She hung up, and I got a message from her best friend about how I'm an asshole for treating her that way. But I don't think I'm the asshole for not wanting to go to a party for a lizard. Edit. In the time I was away, I got many replies and it was a lot to read through. Let me clear a couple things up. One, my issue is that she said that the party was a gender reveal. If she had called it just a party, I would have come. But calling it a gender reveal makes it sound like it's for the lizard. And I'm not going to that even if it's a joke. Two, I don't know why it matters, but the skink is a girl, which is why I said I'm not coming to a gender reveal unless it's for a real granddaughter. Three, even though I don't agree with my daughter for being child-free, I have been supportive and only shown mild frustration. The reasons she decided to be child-free is she claims she's asexual. She just doesn't want one. She has emotional baggage and feels unable to care for a real child. She fears pregnancy and she has a carrier gene like me and doesn't want to go through what I did. I had 4 miscarriages and a highly defect child that died after 3 months due to the gene. Yes, there has been slight tension between us because I think she just hasn't found the right man. She never dated growing up. And her other fears are unnecessarily exaggerated, but it's ultimately her decision, and I don't resent her. 4, we haven't seen each other in 3 months. I'm a single mother, and we have always been close, which is why she invited me with her friends. I just didn't want to go to a party with a lizard, and if it wasn't for the lizard, she should have called it a party instead of a gender reveal. Yeah, you're an asshole. It's like, she already made it clear it was just like, it was just a party. She basically said that. She just said, oh yeah, gender reveal as a joke. So like, she just added it as a joke. She wasn't even being like, oh, let's have this whole gender reveal, popping some damn confetti, popping those big ass balloons with the color of the gender. She explains in her story, it's just a gathering. It says right here, she explained it was just a small get-together with cake and food for her friends she hasn't seen in a while, with the gender reveal being mostly a joke. It's like the daughter already cleared it up. So this shows that the mom has there's like more to this story, a lot more. I feel like there's not enough, because there's no way it's just over that. And she tries to say that she doesn't care and she accepts her daughter's decision, but it seems like she doesn't. It seems like this whole thing is over the mom being mad that the daughter doesn't have a grandchild yet, or doesn't want one. I feel like wanting someone who already doesn't want a child to have one is pretty bad decision. I feel like they're gonna be, since they already do not want to be parents, they don't feel like they're capable of doing it, they're not suitable to be a parent. They're gonna be bad. They're gonna be like, and she knows it. That's why she doesn't want it. She does not feel capable of doing it. So I feel like there's so much more to this, and I feel like this is not over some gender reveal for a lizard. I mean, the title threw me off. I was like, you know what? Maybe your daughter's, those people who are like extremely weird with their pets. But it seems like it's just, she just said it. I have a dog. I'd be like, yo guys, pull up to my dog's birthday, to her baby shower. The verdict was asshole. Some comments. I think this is the issue right here. OP is stingy with love. Why should I love a stupid lizard? Why can't you get interested in the things your kid likes and share her excitement and joy? Just the little things. No, she's never going to have kids, so you could have seen that adorable, quirky kid you raised to be as funny and sweet as she is, and gone to her party and mingled with her probably also quirky, funny, sweet friends, and had a lovely time. But no, what a loss. How sad. OP said, I will be honest, I don't have any particular feelings for the lizard. You don't say. I think it looks like a snake, and that freaks me out. And it's incapable of feeling emotions, so I don't know why she feels a bond with it. She even named it Ellie, a human name, so she can tell people, I have to get home to Ellie, so she can act like she's busy with a kid at home, which I believe is an unhealthy way to cope with her social anxiety. She should learn to get comfortable with saying no instead of using a lizard as an excuse to neglect social obligations. What? Hey guys, I got a dog and her name is Kylie. This lady's gonna hate me. She would hate me. She would hate me so much. I'm like, it's not really neglecting anything, or not. It's not an excuse to go home to your pet that you have to, you have to feed it. You have to give it water. Things still living. You have to make sure it's well fed and like the mom, obviously there's so much more to this, and the mom just, I guess she finds it, I feel like she has some sort of humiliation for that. She's humiliated at the fact that her daughter loves this lizard so much, and just mad at the fact that her daughter doesn't want an actual kid. And this is where all this anger and weird, it's just so weird. It's just such a strange way to act towards your kid over a lizard. Like, usually, your kid loves something funny, you're just like, all right, Billy, love that rock. That's your son. That's Roger right there. Someone else said, huge, you're the asshole. At first I was like, okay, I get it. She jokes about it being for the lizard. Then I got to your updates. She claims she's asexual. You totally invalidated your 23-year-old daughter, who knows very well by now who the hell she is. Your following comment, I think she just hasn't found the right man. Hello? She was waving a huge flag here. She is asexual. If she came out as lesbian, would you say she just has not met the right man? Next, you invalidate her fears of going through the same heartbreak that yourself went through. Trying to have other kids, from miscarriages to a child who passed after a short life. Not everyone is as emotionally stunted as you that they could speak of those situations so devoid of feeling. I'm actually tearing up thinking about what you went through and how in your small mind you wish your own surviving child would go through it as well. Just to pop out a kid. Get over yourself, Mom. And yes, quotes, because you don't deserve that title any longer. Mom was in quotes. I hope this shows your amazing asexual daughter that her life is 1,000 times better without you in it. Also, also for your sake, OP, go get therapy. You need to reconnect with your emotions. OP said, I wouldn't say I've invalidated it. She says she doesn't experience sexual romantic attraction nor has a want for it, which is only because she hasn't found the right person yet. It is impossible for someone to not feel such a natural feeling. Everyone feels it. It is a normal chemical in our body. I've tried to explain this to her. For some reason, she fears physical interaction with men. I think her fear probably stems from her not having a father because he left when she was 3. Yes, it was hard on me. There were many tears, and it's partly why her father left, but that's what mothers do. She knows how important to me it is that I finally gave birth to a child that actually lived to grow up, and it does hurt she wouldn't continue for me when I went through that pain. That's why there's been tension for her decision, and I will admit I am unhappy with her decision, but I have been as supportive as I can, and I haven't been mean about it. Until now, or what? She's being pretty mean about it, and she's like showing that she's not happy with that. Yeah, I mean, I feel like she's 23. I feel like if she's already not shown the right man coming around, then I think that proves a lot. I mean, like, who knows what happens in the future, but I feel like that gives you your answer. You don't, shouldn't push your daughter to get with a man and feel romantic stuff. And then she said something right here. And it does hurt she wouldn't continue for me when I went through that pain. It's like, you feel like she's basically saying it's you have to have a kid because I went through pain. You yourself need a kid because I went through pain. That's not how it works. You wanted a kid because that's what you want. That's what you wanted. You wanted to love a kid. You wanted your own child. You wanted a baby so that you could love her. But now you're saying that she has to have a kid now, even though she's scared to have one. because you went through pain. I don't think that's how that works, man. I don't think just because you go through pains, your children also have to do the same thing. You're the asshole. That's your grand lizard. ETA, it was obviously not just about the gender reveal, and your daughter wanted to see you. Yeah. Yeah, what an asshole. Like, your daughter even explained to you, like, I just, all that was just a joke. I genuinely just want to see you. And she's like, nah, I don't care. Nah, buddy. I ain't going for no lizard. Screw your lizard. Kill her. My bad. Yeah, that's just whatever. That's what she was. Crazy. The mom was really invalidating all her feelings. The daughter has come and told her everything. Like, Mom, I wanted to see you. She's just like, hell nah. Would you think I was going to some damn party for the damn lizard gender reveal? Screw you, Holmes. But in reality, it's like the daughter was still like, oh, nah, Mom, I said that just as a joke. Just a joke with friends and stuff like that. Thought you would laugh, Mom. Hell nah. And she was like, oh, but I really wanted to see you. Mom's just like, I don't care. Screw you. And then update. The daughter's best friend replies. Okay. Wow, that's insane. Okay. So the daughter's best friend finds this post a little bit later and replies. Replies the next day, actually. You're the asshole, and I'm surprised you had the gall to post this knowing she frequents Reddit. This is the best friend that texted you. You blocked my number, not that it matters. You know it wasn't about the reveal, it was an excuse to hold a party. We had fun without you. The lizard had an adorable tiny party hat. We had cake that said it's a girl, and we popped a glittery sparkly party popper. It got all over the walls and ceilings, and our friend John and we started making jokes like, call the EMS for John. And they do say gender reveals are dangerous. Who knew? But I'm sure she sent you the video, so you know what you missed out on. We made fun of it for the most part and blasted the Last of Us music, since that's where Ellie's name comes from. Not because she wanted an excuse for her social anxiety. She struggled with her identity for years, and you were never supportive. When she was trying to figure out if she was lesbian, you sat her down for 30 minutes and explained how it's normal to get feelings confused, but people weren't meant to like the same gender. It was probably just friendship feelings she was confusing. You're part of the reason she never explored her sexuality further with your sex is natural and you can't have a relationship without sex. Comments knowing not only is she mildly autistic and already struggles to understand and comprehend her emotions, but she's also a victim of negative experience. You know she has a codependency issue, and living by herself has been really difficult for her to overcome, and Ellie has helped immensely. She was upset you didn't come when she wanted to see you because she adores you and you didn't even call her for Thanksgiving. Also, lizard tax 123 because I know how Reddit is. Yup, what the... Yeah, the mom's an asshole. Mom's an asshole. She just... It seems like the mom just resented her just because she didn't want kids and just didn't have a boyfriend or isn't with a guy. Which is kind of sad. What, like, imagine you're chilling. You're like, hey, living life. I don't really care about dating anyone right now. Your mom's like, yo, You gotta have sex. Yo, you're not getting enough play. You are you need some of that. You need some of that poo-tang. You need some of that I don't know what to think of right now. But it's like the mom is, it sounds like the mom really, really wants her kid to have a relationship and to have a child like soon. Like, yo, pop this baby out now. I need you to. Yeah, it's insane. No, yeah. I mean, you don't force your kid to have kids, I guess. Yeah, that's insane. That's the end of that. That was interesting. The title was a lot funnier. I thought it was gonna be like something else, kind of crazier. Yeah. Hey guys, I'm back. My bad. I had a little emergency. I had to leave and then come back, but I'm back now. Don't worry. I changed. A lot better looking. Okay. So this next one. This one is this is an Am I the Asshole? Which is where, you comment on Reddit, whether you were in an argument, a fight, or something you did, and people just want to know if, they were rude, if they're the bad guy in this situation. This is an Am I the Asshole that was posted onto Am I the Devil, which is where all the worst of the worst assholes are posted on. And this one, the title already looks insane. Am I the asshole for inviting my work wife to my daughter's birthday so she can finally meet my actual wife? I'd already say yeah, because what the hell? Who has a... So I, 33-year-old male, have been married to my wife, 31, woman, for 5 years. Together for 8. We have 1 kid. Our daughter just turned 2. I work as an assistant store manager at Walmart, and my wife stays home with our kid. Things are generally good between us. We're not perfect, but I say we have a strong relationship and communicate fairly well most of the time. At work, I've gotten close with a coworker. Let's call her H, 33-year-old female. She's not just someone I passively work with. We have similar interests, specifically food and travel, and we've bonded over that. We'll text now and then, sometimes about work, sometimes sharing food, recipes, or cool travel spots. Nothing flirty, nothing secretive. If we're both working a closing shift, I'll give her a ride home. Safer than the late night bus, and it's honestly on my way. My wife knows about the rides and that we talk constantly. Occasionally, I apologize. That said, my wife's never met H. She's heard the name, but didn't really have a full picture. For my daughter's 2nd birthday, I invited a few people from work, including H. Part of it was just that I thought it would be nice. She's seen pics of my daughter. She asked about her. She's a decent person, but I'll admit, a small part of me also thought maybe it'd be good for my wife to meet her and put a face to the name. H came, brought a gift, and was totally respectful. She didn't monopolize my time or act overly familiar or anything. She chatted with a few people, including my wife, but I wouldn't say they clicked. After the party though, my wife was clearly off. I asked what was wrong, and she eventually admitted she felt blindsided and uncomfortable. She said she didn't like the idea that this woman she'd never met, but who clearly has a presence in my daily life, was now suddenly at our kid's birthday without a heads up. I tried to explain that I didn't mean to be sneaky. I honestly thought it was more transparent and respectful to include H than to keep her out of that part of my life. I wasn't trying to stir anything up or send any weird messages, but now my wife is wondering if there's more going on between me and H than I let on, even though there really isn't. I can see how maybe I should have talked to my wife before inviting H, but at the same time, it didn't feel like that big of a deal in the moment. H is just a friend from work. It's not like I invited her to a family vacation or something. So, am I the asshole for inviting my work wife to my daughter's birthday party without checking in with my real wife first? Yeah. First of all, his actual wife never once calls her a work wife. He's saying that. He's calling her his work wife. So he's making it. He put that label on himself. He's making it weird, and he's making it like, sure, they're not, from taking his word, they're not flirty and they're not showing interest in each other, but it's like, to invite her to the party is kind of to me it's insane. It's like, coworkers especially, I don't know if you guys are a lot closer to coworkers, but me, I go to work, do my job, and leave. I don't really talk to. I'll chat with some. I'm here like, oh, what's up, bro? How are you? Oh yeah, it sucks. I'd rather kill myself than be here. But that's about it. Like, I never hang out of place with them. I'm not really like that. I don't want to do that. But I do know there's a lot of people who are really good friends with them. But yeah, and then he says it right here. He's basically, the way he phrases everything makes it seem like he's introducing like his girlfriend to people. Like, he's like, okay, I need to make sure my wife meets her, like his already wife, to meet his work wife. Because it says right here, I thought, okay, maybe it'd be good for my wife to meet her and put a face to the name. Why the hell would she want to meet her? What the hell? I don't know. Personally, if my girlfriend was like, hey, want to meet my work husband, I'm like, I'm out of here. But that's just me. There still isn't a verdict, because this was posted not so long ago. Actually, this was posted today. But it looks like, I mean, if it's posted on the Am I the Devil, a lot of people are already, there's a lot of already, you're an asshole, comments. This comment, you're the asshole for having a work wife at all. The whole concept is gross. It's fine to have friends from work, but to elevate them to spousal language is just weird and inappropriate. If the person was a guy and the connection was the same, would you call him your work husband? No, then it's shady. And you're the asshole for inviting her to the party without talking to your wife first. Who else from work came, and why would you invite anyone from work to your 2-year-old's birthday party? No one wants to go to a 2-year-old's party who isn't close family or friend, who are close to that kid, or who have kids who are friends with them. Be so for real. I could see having a barbecue with work friends and having a work friend or their spouse come over. But this whole thing is weird. I can see why your wife's upset. Frankly, this whole thing is ick. You need to cut this work wife crap out entirely before that's the only wife you have left. Yeah, it's like, and it's so true. It's like, it's a 2-year-old's birthday party. What the hell do you need to be? Who the hell wants to, if you don't know someone, if some random ass coworker who I'm not like lifelong friends with is like, hey, you want to come to my 2-year-old's birthday party? Why the hell would I come to your 2-year-old's birthday party? It is like kind of just family stuff, because they're not gonna really remember that. You're not gonna be like, hey, what's up? Let's chat it up to the 2-year-old. They're not gonna work anything. Someone else replied to that saying, You're the asshole having a work wife at all. It is gross. They said, I bet OP doesn't call his boss his work daddy or mom ever. Yeah, that's so strange. It's like, yeah, because that's what I'm saying is he labeled her work wife. It's like, why isn't it just my coworker that I don't know. Sure, yeah, like a coworker friend, but to be labeling her your work wife, that's just something else. So now here, you're the asshole. Consider this from your wife's perspective. You talk about this woman, you give her rides home from work, and then you bring her to your daughter's party. What reason would you have for needing to have this woman be part of your daughter's life? No crap, she felt blindsided. Also, stop this work wife and real wife BS. You have one wife, that's it. Yeah, because, oh my god, he's just so, I don't get how he doesn't see it. How the hell can you not see it? Like, imagine your wife coming home is like, oh my god, you know, my work husband is always giving me rides home. He's always doing this and that. Then the next thing you know, your daughter's 3rd birthday party, she pulls up with him. She's like, oh my god, look, this is my work husband. I wanted you to meet him. Yeah, but like, that's obviously gonna be like, it's disrespectful. It's hella disrespectful. And then, yeah, last comment here. Dude, you're the asshole. If nothing was going on, why would you not tell your wife who you're inviting to your daughter's birthday party? And can we please stop this work wife, work husband culture? You have your wife or husband at home and friends or colleagues outside of that. This just sounds like you have a crush on a woman you work with, and it's completely inappropriate bringing this into your home. Yeah, it's... OP really needs to calm down, bro. He needs to just wake up and realize, like, I think he has like some like a crush that he doesn't really know he has a crush on her, but there's something there and he's just not being vocal about it. He's not exploring it, probably because the girl probably just does not have interest in him, so he's just not exploring that because, you know, also has a wife. But yeah, that's insane. Doesn't look like he's made an update at all. Yeah, he hasn't uploaded anything at all. All right, so this one's from Our Relationships. Our Relationships, you can kind of tell what it's about. Relationships, or, you know, help, whatever it is, or anything, you know. This one's also an insane title. I, 29 male, am questioning whether I want to marry my 27 female girlfriend because of someone I met at work. Yeah. I've just reached 7 years with my girlfriend. Very healthy, loving, stable relationship. We're patient with each other and come together at the end of the day and try for each other. However, I never had that falling in love feeling with her. It was more of a comfort thing, and to be honest, we trauma bonded very hard over things that happened during our childhood. I understand I don't want to risk losing her if this is meant to be, but I can't stop feeling like I don't have that type of romantic attraction because someone at work caught my eye. For the first time in my life, I'm really wowed by someone and don't know if this is normal. I also found out that she feels this way about me as well through the other coworkers. Am I overthinking things? And should I stay in this relationship, or is this a sign that I should be pursuing others? Edit, I was just wondering if it's normal to feel things for other people like this, if it happens after a time like that. You guys are being very judgmental off one post. There's a lot there's a lot more I can clarify on. And that's kind of all he left right there. He left some comments. He left in a comment saying, there will always be someone around you you'd find attractive and might like to have sex with. Same is true for any partners you've ever have, by the way. The question is if the person would also have sex with you and then also be there for you at the end of every day, always trying to make your life better. It's very rare to find that kind of person. Be careful before discarding them, as you may never find a replacement. If you do sleep with your coworkers, break up with your girlfriend first. Aside from it being the morally correct thing to do, it'll forever ruin your relationship with your coworker. Is she 100% certain you'll cheat because you just want that with her? Yeah, this guy just doesn't, he's not thinking right. This isn't an asshole post, but if it was, he's 100% it. He comments a lot with a lot of people. There's a comment here. That's so unfortunate for your girlfriend. Whether you pursue something with your coworker or not, this info will hurt your girlfriend. If your contacts with this coworker is ever flirty or whatever, might as well let your girlfriend go, because if she really was for you, I would think you wouldn't feel this way for someone else rather than let her go, then break her heart another way. Yeah, and okay, he says, yes, we spoke about this already. I was very upfront and honest with her because I wanted to be transparent, and she was hurting. She also has told me things like she would never find love again without me, and that she doesn't know if this life thing is worth it or for her anymore. She was having a full-on screaming, crying panic attack, so I don't know what to do. This guy's crazy. What the hell? What makes you think? And this guy's going over attraction. That's the dumbest thing you could ever do. Just because you think a girl's attractive, you're about to waste your 7-year relationship. I mean, I guess he already doesn't even like her, because he says he's never had that falling in love thing, but he still doesn't have it with this girl. He's just saying that someone caught his eye for the first time, which is like an asshole thing, because I think if you love someone and you like someone, you don't really have eyes for anyone else. I feel like it's just always like it's your girlfriend or it's your boyfriend or whatever, and that's it. Like you love them and you think they're the most beautiful, amazing person you've ever met, and that's just how it is. But this guy explains that it's normal. It's normal to feel that way, and that it's just a thought that, because that's what he says. There will always be someone around you you find attractive and might like to have sex with. So this guy goes around, he has a girlfriend at home, wherever he's at, maybe he's even next to his girlfriend. He goes out and he just sees some girl and he's like, damn, I want to hit it. I want to hit that. That's an insane thought to have with a girlfriend. And no, it is not true with other partners. If it is, nah, that's insane. I've never thought that. And he thinks he's doing the right thing by, I mean, sure, I guess, yeah, instead of cheating, you break up with your girlfriend, but you're still insane for having that thought that it's just don't be in a relationship. If you want to like start looking around and, you know, go and having sex with whoever the hell you want because you find them attractive, then don't be in a relationship. Why are you in a relationship if that's all you think of? Someone commented, buddy, of course she's upset. You have all the internal dialogue that she hasn't been private to. You don't feel like you are in love with her, and yet you have strung her along for 7 years. Why? Furthermore, even though she feels like her world is imploding right now, don't you believe she deserves to be with someone who is crazy about her? You have actively prevented her from finding this while you twiddle your thumbs and get excited about other women. All you can do at this point is apologize profusely for not treating her the way she deserves. As for the threats of self-harm, you can let her parents know that you did a terrible job of breaking up with her and she shared some scary thoughts and feelings. You want their support you can start to move forward with the breakup. If she's calling you and making threats, you will call them immediately. For the love of everything, talk to her once she calms down and tell her this is your plan. Do not get in touch with her family before you give her the respect of this conversation. He comments back saying, I do want her to be with someone who is crazy about her. Unfortunately, I felt like with everything I know about her past and what she's been through, I sacrificed my excitement to be with her because she deserves to be happy more than anyone. And hearing the way she cries to me through everything, I literally can't do it. It's not worth it. If she tells me she can't ever move on, I don't know what to do. I want her to be happy. If she told me she found someone else who makes her happy, I'd be relieved. I would feel happy. I want her to find she is my best friend. No, it's not. Even if she was your best friend, bro, you wouldn't treat anyone like this. This is the most craziest thing I've ever heard. How the hell? I sacrificed my excitement to be with her. That's an insane line to say about your significant other that you're supposed to love and cherish. Yeah, I had to sacrifice my happiness to be with my girlfriend because she really wanted me. Bro, this is all your fault. You strung her along for that long. If you didn't even like her from the first 2 months, why'd you even start? Just because some trauma bonding? That's insane. You should have let her know, bro. You guys could have still bonded over that and you didn't have to date. She fell head over heels for you and you just kind of went along with it. Like, you just pulled her. You're like, I guess. Sure. It's like, what an asshole. Like, what type of asshole you have to be to do all this crap? This is insane. Someone else said, wow, this is disappointing and immature. You literally just have a crush. It's not some magical connection out of a fairy tale. You feel some sort of way about someone you do not know based on nothing of substance. And it would be stupid to pursue a coworker even if you didn't have a girlfriend. I feel bad for your girlfriend. If you actually wanted to marry her, you would have by now. Be honest. What was holding you back before you decided to put a stranger on a pedestal? You two aren't spring chickens. You should have a good long hard think about whether you're just wasting her time because she's Miss Good enough for now, or whether you're being an idiot by not locking her down like the lucky guy you are. You're 29 and acting like this. Embarrassing. He also comments, oh wow, he commented a lot. He comments saying, first of all, it doesn't matter who I was with. I wouldn't have married... Who? Okay, first of all, it doesn't matter who I was with. I wouldn't have married them because of my financial situation. I didn't keep her around for 7 years waiting for the right one. What kind of psychopath do you think I am? He starts arguing with people. These are just his comments. No, I'm saying it wasn't until I got my job that I wouldn't have been able to. I literally just bought her a ring a couple weeks ago. He says, sounds crazy to say this, but because she wants it and I want to please her. This guy's crazy. This guy, just reading this stuff pisses me off because this guy is literally the dumbest guy I've ever met. Yeah, what the hell? This guy is something else. He should not. The poor girlfriend, bro. She's like in love with this guy clearly, and with I'm assuming the trauma that they bonded with. It's like she probably has like a fear of like detachment, of like, if she just probably relies on him now, and it's sad because she's relying on a guy who's, you shouldn't have to rely on anyone. Like, you can love someone and not have to rely on them all the time. But it's good to know that they're always going to be there. But for them to be like the one thing you can only rely on, and if they're gone, you're over, and you're like suicidal at that point. That's like not okay. And clearly she is like this, and she's like this with the worst guy, because this guy like could care less. He's with her just because, and is buying her a wedding ring just because that'll make her happy. Wow, what a king. Wow, she really wanted a ring. I'll buy it for her. Take it. Here's mine. Yeah, I guess. I really want that other girl over there. Like, that's the most insane thing I've ever heard. Yeah, I mean, I hope she can find the strength to break up with him, because he's insane, and I don't know what that other coworker sees in him, because just wait till someone else walks by. He's leaving that other coworker for that other girl. Screw that guy. He pisses me off. Okay. That is it. Those are some interesting ones, from the lizard to the work wife, and now to this psychopath. Let me know, is there anything specific you guys want me to read? Anything you guys need? Something you want to see? Any type of anything at all, because that's just insane. Pisses me off. Alrighty then. Alrighty then. Adios.